What's up and welcome back to Slightly Less Than Perfect. I'm Mark the Dad 2 times. I know why you're here. You read the title, but do you know why I'm here? I'm here because one of my brothers is in a diabetic coma. He's been there for a couple weeks and I usually bounce these crazy ideas off his head, but since he's taking a little nappy nap, I'm gonna have him here so he can see him when he wakes up. So let's get into it today. And today we're talking about after Elbaph, or like, you know, what the Straw Hats are gonna do after Elbaph. And I'm gonna do a couple different videos of getting through it. So the first ones I wanna hit on are Robin, Brooke, and Ussop. So Ussop is cooked. I pretty much think he's done for the arc. Like, he might do like one more thing. I think I'm looking for one more brave moment from him. But I got a crazy theory too that Ratatoskr is gonna end up with Ussop. Yeah, because I mean all the hammer stuff is there, right? Like when he fought Perona back in the day, he had a 10-ton hammer, and I mean like his lies come true. You know what I mean? So like, what other representation of a 10-ton hammer than a literal fucking mythical ice squirrel hammer? Oh, do you make people say the weirdest things on the internet? But mythical ice squirrel hammer aside, I think Ussop is going to end up with Ratatoskr at some point in the future, or do something with him at the end of Elbaph. Just because Ussop and Luffy have this weird connection. I shouldn't say weird. They have this great connection with animals that you just kind of just vibe with. I mean, I think it's because they all share the same brain cell. Because we already saw Ratatoskr and Luffy share the same brain cell. And if Luffy and Ratatoskr has that vibe already, then he'll definitely have the same vibe with Ussop. Because Ussop and Luffy have a half a brain cell between them, because the other half a brain cell Luffy shares with Zoro. It just is what it is. Brooke, we moved through his backstory. Only predictions I got about that is I'm gonna say I think Candle's a holy knight, and I think that we're gonna see exactly what Garland did, but from a woman's perspective, and Brooke's gonna have to deal with that, and that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be real rough. And then Robin, I'm interested to see, and I don't really know what we're going to do with Robin, because she has everything from O'Hara. Like, she has all the information now. I mean, I guess it's at a point where like she probably should have all the information, but I got a feeling that like I was worried that she's going to get all the information now, and we have to do something like with Yamato. We're just got to yeet Yamato out the way because reasons, but I don't think that's all of the books. I don't think that's everything. Or all that information is gonna be another puzzle for Robin to figure out. Like some Sherlock Holmes type shit. Like, walk with me for a second. Like Morse code, secret book stuff, like all the first letters of the line spell out another book or something like that. Like, you know, so there's something crazy that only Robin will be able to figure out. And that's gonna lead her to something else. Because Robin's gonna need she's gonna need a double backstory. You know what I mean? We haven't got more out of Robin's backstory. We went back with Saul, but we didn't go a little further and like we are with everyone else. Everyone's just getting a double backstory. We haven't got hers yet. So I'm thinking that like her flashback eventually is gonna be tied to something like that she finds out here. It's gonna be like she's gonna find a puzzle piece, and then it's gonna be trigger that when she figure that puzzle piece out, or the flashback will be what helps her figure out the final piece of that puzzle, and that's gonna be what either gets us a laugh tale, or that's gonna be what's gonna do something at the end. That's gonna be something important. Her double backstory is gonna be the last like important thing that we're gonna need to push forward, because her dream's gonna have to be realized before Luffy get his stuff straight. Thoughts?